My dad ran the IMO elevator.
Okay.
And we really, all our neighbors were hungry. And I remember my friends not having anything to eat. But we didn't have any trouble because the farmers out at the elevator would give my dad a little pig, and he'd raise that little pig, and he'd give him things like that. Mm-hmm. And so we didn't, and a chicken maybe. So we were never hungry, and I can remember my friends being so hungry that they didn't have anything, and they were so glad my mother would give them something.
Wow.
And I can remember, I just vaguely remember these old tramps coming to the back door and knocking and wanting to know if there was any food, and my mother would feed them. I can remember that, but I didn't suffer, but I know that others did.
Yeah.
They just didn't have it.
There's a lot of things that happened that I can remember, but I can remember when gasoline was 10 cents a gallon. I can remember when milk and bread were 9 and 11 cents. I can remember going to work for the Federal Reserve Bank in St. Louis when I graduated from college, going to work for $55 a month, and we had to compete with 128 people, and they hired 5, and we were glorified office boys. But I got a check every 2 weeks at $26.35, and I was able to put back a little bit of money because my dad told me a jackass could work, but it took a smart man to save it.
Oh, I love that quote. When the market crashed in 1929, we were living in Beaver, Oklahoma, out in the Panhandle, and when they said market crash, I was about 13. And it was, I thought, I didn't even know what the stock market was. Well, it was just tough. When you got low on food, we ate a lot of beans and cornbread and fried potatoes, and because potatoes were cheap, and beans went a long way.
I don't think it affected me one bit, and I've tried to figure out why, because that sounds kind of funny. But as far as suffering, I think probably the grocery business would have been as good a business, if not, maybe we were on Easy Street and I didn't even know it.
Well, I had a job, see?
Yeah.
And since I had a job, I wasn't hurt nearly as bad as a lot of people that didn't have any job. So I was working for a flour mill, and the flour mills kept operating because everybody had to have flour to eat, to make bread and all that sort of thing.
I just knew we were poor, but we didn't mind. We had a good time. I knew we were poor because some of the neighbor kids had bicycles and I couldn't have a bicycle.
Yeah. We was farmers. We didn't hit it. It didn't hit us like, somebody in town, and this and that, You just lived right on through it. Mm-hmm. You just lived life as life, and that's all there to it.
What do you think about the current problems?
Well, it's pretty bad. I don't think people know how to save money. I just don't think we're used to living that way. And I think some of those people that have made those outrageous salaries need to be tied up and shot. And need to have them divvy up half of what they have, and then maybe times wouldn't be so bad. Somebody has it and's put it away someplace, and that's not right.
I don't know how long this will last. I hoped it never would happen again in my lifetime, but it has, and I will face it.
What kind of advice would you give people now that's facing this?
I think that they just need to accept it. They're going to have to change their buying habits. If you bought a $100 dress, decide that you can do without, or instead of having 10 dresses in the closet, you can have 2. dressy dresses. I mean, you're going to have to curtail your buying.
Some way or how they need to be taught the value of a dollar. I don't know how a mother and dad can do that very well, but I think it ought to be one of their primary steps. We're so used to having everything we really want, all of us. And the people you know and the people I know don't know that group of people very well. We kind of associate with people that are middle class or above, so we don't understand it at all, I think.
Well, everybody's going to raise their prices that happen in anticipation of when it does hit. And that was the problem then. And it's, I'm just going to go on a limb and say, I think we haven't really felt it here yet.
Do you think we will?
Oh, of course we will.
Take things as they come and do the best you can with them. Because you never know what's going to happen.